freaking motherfuckers. Said we some freaking motherfuckers. Said we some freaking motherfuckers. Said we some freaking motherfuckers. Now, how many ladies out there have ever been with a freaky motherfucker? Maybe you all don't know. Or maybe you all haven't experienced what the fuck a freaky motherfucker is. Well, I'm here to let you know. If you ever been with a freaky motherfucker before. And if the motherfucker you with tonight ain't freaky, kick his motherfucking ass out the door. Now a freaky motherfucker will do anything. Lick your motherfucking ass from head to toe. He'll lick in your motherfucking pussy. He'll even turn around and lick the motherfucking back door. Now that's a motherfucking freaky motherfucker. Haha. We some freaking motherfuckers. Said we some freaking motherfuckers. Said we some freaking motherfuckers. Said we some freaking motherfuckers. Now a freaky motherfucker will turn you around to the back. Lift that ass up in the air. Spank that shit. Give it a little cat, you know what I'm saying? A freaky motherfucker will take saliva and put the fucking on the tip of his dick. Stick it in your ass, girl. Make you feel like you about to do a split. Now that's a freaky motherfucker for ya. We some freaking motherfuckers. We some freaking motherfuckers. Now a freaky motherfucker will take whipped cream. Squeeze that shit all on your pussy clit. Take some motherfucking chocolate and spread it all over his dick. A freaky motherfucker will get down there and lick that shit right up. Wait for you to come. A freaky motherfucker will go get a cup. Now that's a freaking motherfucker. Said we some freaking motherfuckers. Yeah, a freaky motherfucker. If you ain't never been with one, you need to go find one. You might be dancing with one. Now a freaky motherfucker will turn you out. Have you calling his motherfucking ass every day without a doubt. Telling you this, telling you.
JMO.
Bro.
Let me turn this off. That's all. Let me tell you. I was cracking up because I couldn't find the most appropriate song on the topic that we're going to talk about. Although we talk about some serious things, but when it comes to P Diddy, that's a freaky motherfucker. So,
very
ladies,
freaky,
very freaky. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It with your host, DJ Sync, our co-host, JMO. He in the house.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody this evening? How was your weekend? And
I'm right.
I'm about to say, what's their plans for this weekend? But it's only Tuesday.
You know,
People
some of
change,
us
and plans change.
we already planning for the weekend. Tuesday is like, okay, I'm ready for Friday. I'm already ready. I don't even want to go to work tomorrow.
Man, this Friday's gonna be lit though, because it's opening day. That's when these non-baseball fans just want to be. They'll be Tiger fans for a few hours just to get
Right.
out.
Right. They just coming out and going downtown and paying $60 for parking. Ain't got tickets to the
Right.
game, but just want to be seen.
Just bar hopping and just walking around till it's time to go home.
Okay. Shout out to everybody that's chiming in, to Kashi from Japan. We appreciate you joining us on this podcast this evening. I know it's evening here and Monday and morning there. Actually, I think it's the next day, right?
Yeah, if it's morning, I think it is next day, hopefully.
It's next day. I'm trying to figure out
it's
Wednesday. All right, you guys, make sure that y'all join me this Thursday. Y'all know that I'm there at JP West Bar and Grill on West Warren every Thursday. So come and pull up if you are free. It's a whole vibe. JMO over there got COVID and shit. It's a whole vibe. So come join me. Come join me. And make sure you y'all cigar too. And I think what is this? Aries season?
Yeah,
shout out to all the Aries that is in the chat. That's in House of Sync.
All them stubborn ass Aries, stubborn.
What's wrong with
narcissistic? Aries? I don't know, man. My dad was an Aries, so I know how stubborn. God rest his soul. Mm-hmm. I know how stubborn and bullheaded he was. So, and most Aries I know are that way. So,
what's up, Gigz?
What's cracking?
We got Gigz in the house. You going to opening day on Friday?
No.
No pictures, no videos.
Opening day, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm not, because I just don't want to be a bunch around about a bunch of people. That's what I just said. People.
No, you said it right. The fake baseball fans. You just don't want to be around them.
Right.
It's gonna be tough to navigate, especially with opening day, and then of course I'm getting set up for the draft. Traffic down there is gonna be tumultuous.
Hey, you better make sure that you pull up that good Uber, get dropped off, and make your and walk a few blocks.
That is definitely a Uber day, man. That's because that parking gonna be ridiculous. You're gonna talk about $50-$60 for parking, and then you talking about bar hopping.
Right.
You can eat. You probably gonna easily spend. Let's say on a regular club night, you probably spend maybe $100, and that's just on drinks alone or whatever.
You better put it in your bag. Get you some. Get you about 5 double shots or 5 shots.
Hey, shit, I'm gonna start walking up in JP's and for a patio with little double shots in my pocket, man.
Don't say it. Don't say that. They be watching. They're gonna have your whole picture at the door. No, what you do is you leave it in the car. You go out there and have a little parking lot pimping session.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You got pregame.
Yeah, you should already be, in pregame mode before going out to the bar. How many people that's in this chat drinks before they get to the bar, so that way they already litty in the kitty and just need to order 1 or 2 drinks and just sip on it all night? That's what I want to know.
Oh man, you usually got a pregame first,
right? Aries, that's in the chat. That way they already litty in the kitty. I know. I hear it. I hear the feedback. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, tonight y'all already know what we're getting ready to discuss. We about to discuss this whole P Diddy scandals, allegations, all of the shit that he got going on in his life, and we just about to just talk about it a little bit, right?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Gig, you don't look too excited though. Come on now, it's so much shit that's been talked about in the news for real.
Man, but I have some strong feelings about some of this fuckery, but I'm sure we'll get to my sentiments and
Okay, we definitely gonna get to that. I need to pull up the clip on the most recent news. Let's see which one it was. I had it queued up. This one is 2 hours ago. Let me see if I can do this right. Patience. Look here. Here we go.
Well, while we're waiting, oh, here we go.
Just last week, federal agents raided 2 homes of rapper and music mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs in Los Angeles and Miami. Combs is the subject of a federal investigation and already facing a series of civil lawsuits from several women and at least one man alleging he either assaulted, abused, or trafficked them. Some of the accusations date back at least 30 years, and Combs has denied all allegations. For the latest now, I'm joined by Sydney Madden, music reporter for NPR and co-host of the podcast Louder Than a Riot. So Sydney, let's begin with those raids by federal investigators. What do we know about why they went in and what they found?
Well, it's not exactly clear what the charges are that prompted these raids, although we do know that in the civil suits that were recently filed against him dating back last year, that date back decades, there have been many allegations of sex trafficking in the midst of those civil suits, and that Homeland Security and federal agents do investigate those charges criminally.
Cindy, remind us as well. Now, there was a late 2023 lawsuit by Mr. Combs' former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, that really opened the door for these other lawsuits to follow. What was so damning in that original lawsuit that prompted this cascade of lawsuits we've seen since?
Cassie Ventura's original lawsuit, it really did open the floodgates, as you said, because it detailed almost 2 decades of hidden coercion, abuse, assault, even rape. And it was kind of the dark side of their very public relationship and their working relationship in the music industry that dates back to the early 2000s.
And when we talk about these other lawsuits, how many more are we talking about? And are the allegations consistent across all of those cases?
So as of this date, there have been 5 civil suits filed against Diddy. And the latest one, again, as of this date, is filed by Lil Rod, aka Rodney Jones, who was a music producer who worked for Diddy between 2022 and 2023. And Jones is alleging a lot of the same behaviors and indiscretions that Cassie and other people have claimed that the music mogul was doing all of this time. Things like using people on his staff for drug mules, things like pushing drugs onto multiple people on his team, pushing people onto his team. Lil Rod accuses Diddy of groping him, accuses Diddy of having people on his staff proposition and sexually assault him, and he's accusing him of propositioning sex workers all throughout the United States to come to Diddy and have alleged freak-offs.
As you mentioned, Sean Combs denies all of the allegations. Have we seen any kind of a public response from him, though, online or in any other form, to these accusations?
It's been a lot of sidestepping, I would say, publicly from Diddy. He broke his silence on social media recently by posting a lot of his children for Easter Sunday. He's been very jovial, I would say, publicly facing, but Diddy's legal team says they vehemently deny all of these claims and that the Homeland Security raids specifically were a gross misuse of military-level force.
Sydney, I think it's fair to say it doesn't get bigger than Diddy in the music world. He works and moves in rarefied circles of entertainment and celebrity. Have any of these allegations had an impact on those relationships, business or personal?
Definitely. I mean, the fallout from these allegations so far has definitely been a blow to Diddy's business and his public reputation. So since these allegations started to come out, he has stepped down as chairman of Revolt TV, Revolt Entertainment, his news media channel. He's also sold off all of his shares of that. And he's parted ways with the liquor company that used to distribute a lot of his name brand liquors and collaborations. And there have been a lot of people in the hip hop space who have kind of just used this as a moment to say that all of these indiscretions that he's being accused of are open secrets that have been proliferated in the music industry over the years. But what that fails to interrogate is how they've been able to operate as open secrets without anybody calling him out for fear of losing their proximity, their business, their just access to his celebrity.
Well, what about that allegation of this being an open secret for so long? I mean, when you and I spoke at the end of 2023 after the Ventura lawsuit, we talked about whether this was some larger moment of reckoning in the industry. Back then you said it was too early to tell. But what do you make of that now?
Now, I would say, I think as more time has passed and more suits have been carried out, there are many more people in positions of power who are publicly distancing themselves from him. And, you know, in the hip hop space, it's about money, power, and respect. I would definitely say the
Did she just say that shit?
is happening.
That's Cindy Madden, music reporter for NPR and co-host of the podcast.
All right, let me turn that off.
Then a riot.
Dog, I don't even know where to start. Seriously, Gigz.
What's happening?
All right, what we starting? We starting with Cassie first.
Yeah, we can start with Cassie. I mean, you know, a lot of the stuff, you know, like they said, a lot of the stuff spawned from Cassie finally, you know, standing up for herself and, you know, trying to disassociate herself from Diddy. And, you know, we all were, you know, quite amazed at how quickly Diddy settled. And I think that's what drew the alarm for the Black community, at least, is that we normally it's a trial or it's, you know, it's
Right, exactly.
Diddy went out here and dropped off her bag and was like, "Here, bye, see you later." And, you know, that rose a red flag to raised a red flag to a lot of people in the Black community that, you know, that's off. Like people don't normally.
It is.
If you're
settlement 24 hours, wasn't it 24 hours?
Something like that, but I believe so. But usually, though, when you say like in the Black community, yeah, but like when other people, when it's a civil suit or whatever, you know, they'll pay that back. Just, you know, I'm not gonna say like hush money, but it's just to make that problem go away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, he thought he could, but you know, but evidently it didn't or whatever. So it was just one of those. So and then you started hearing, I think it was just like after her, immediately after he gave her the bag, it was like 4 or 5 more people came out and was like, "Hey, this is what happened with him." Either they thought they was going to get it back or something, and then it just raised more red flags.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was always said, and it was always rumors about his parties or whatever, how they jump off and certain celebrities.
Them ain't no damn rumors. Everybody know what happens at P Diddy.
Exactly. And so now you find the old clips of when he came on like Drink Champs and other shows on just how he was, and then all of he calling other men daddy or playboy. And when he was saying it was just normal everyday language, like people in New York always like, "Hey, what up, playboy?" or something like that. And now it's just like, all right, now he's doing that. And now you got the sex trafficking. You got the sex trafficking cases on them, and then you got all of this. So now it's just raising more red flags. And now you're at the point to where we are now with it.
Yeah, now, I mean, and now the crazy thing is, and this is something that, you know, it's always been funny because 50 Cent, you know, has always been on Diddy's head about so much. And he's been saying this for a long time.
Yes, he has.
A very long time. And it's like, you know, people always kind of wonder, like, why did he go after Diddy like that? You know, and it's, you know, because he understands, like, look, like this, he's trying to show y'all, like, look, this dude is not what you think he is. This guy is really, you know, a predator. This dude is really an animal out here. And if you think that some of the other people in hip hop are bad, like, no, this motherfucker here is the worst. And I'm more inclined to agree because, you know, when you read the dossier that, you know, Lil Rob put out, you know, when he's naming and he's talking about all these different things that has gone on, you know, it's kind of like, dude, you know, you got a problem. But that's what happens when you have too much power. And that's right. The allure, you know, people, Jay-Z talk about the allure of the game. You know, that's the part. It's like you get so high up to the point where you feel like you can't be touched. And we've seen it in numerous films, you know, Scarface, Godfather, any of your popular gangster films, you know, like you always have the kingpin, the guy who ascends to basically the top of the mountain. And then he feels like, okay, well, I can't be touched. He got bodyguards, he's got people on his payroll. You know, they talked about the Shine murder back with 99, his artist Shine. You know, it talked about J-Lo bringing in the gun into the club that night for him. So, you know, you're involving all these other people. You're bringing in underage, you know, women to these parties. You're marking your bottles that are specifically made for women. Then you got stuff that's specifically made for your staff because you're lacing this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see that he even have the staff to wear fanny packs and they have all type of illicit drugs in there?
Yeah.
Everything from, you know,
weed to ecstasy to fucking the ecstasy cocaine mix
and all that. Right, all that.
Like,
I mean,
you know,
that is crazy. And
now my question is, did he just come about this or it's been groomed? Because, you know, I mean, it's all over YouTube, and the thing about clips like YouTube, to me, is not really like 100% reliable sources. I mean, because, you know, people are chop up and find whole things and edit to fit their narrative, but you got some platforms that have celebrities, like you hearing Jaguar Wright, she's spilling stuff on everybody.
Yeah. And that's what the
story's saying that Diddy was groomed, like from the time when he was Uptown Records, when I think Andre Harrell groomed him, and then he became friends with Clyde Davis, and he did favors for Clyde Davis. That's how Bad Boy Records was formed.
And so what people got to understand, that when we're talking about the grooming, like they literally, from what I'm reading, taking individuals that are that don't have a lot going on, or trying to get into the industry, or trying to look for that mentor to help them to navigate. And so they masking themselves like, okay, I'm gonna help you, you know, be that producer, help you to be that singer, help you to be that girl group or boy group or whatever. And then they start moving these individuals in their home, and that's where the grooming starts. Like they start, like even with Lil Rod, P Diddy moved him into his house, and Lil Rod was told to film allegedly all of the sexual shit that was going on behind closed doors at these parties. And that's why in one of his documents that was filed in the court on his suit, he was talking about how he has like, you know, thousands of hours of recording, because P Diddy told him to record it, and he had a lot of recordings on his phone.
Yeah, I mean, you had stuff that where, you know, of course, and a lot of celebrities, you know, of course, are on this footage, and you know, it's just sickening when you, I mean, whatever your lifestyle is, your lifestyle, you know, something with you,
right?
You know, gay, straight, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, that's not the issue. The issue is when you're trying to force your kinks or your things on somebody else who does not want them. That is the problem. And so when you're doing stuff like that, and you're promising people, hey, you know, you're taking someone's dream and you're hinging it upon, okay, well, if I'm going to get you this, I know you don't have the money to pay for this. So look, why don't you do this for me? And it's like, well, look, and now you're making this person feel guilty of, well, damn, you know, I gave you all this studio time. You can't do this one thing for me, you know, so then now you're playing the guilt trip game.
Right.
And you know, and we've seen this in regular life, you know, regular relationships, but then it's magnified when you get to the industry level, because it's like, you know what? How many people get to have the opportunity to sit in a room when you're in the room with Mary J. Blige, Diddy, Usher, and all these other, you know, top tier celebrities, you know, getting the chance to work on their albums and actually have your name in those credits and, you know, things like that. So, you know, that's the allure of it, and he knows that, and he uses that, and of course his power, his influence. You know, his bodyguards are well connected with the police. So like when murders and stuff happen, like he's got his guns laid out. He bragged about like, yeah, you know, so we had this one person off and all this type of stuff. So it's like he's gotten too big for his britches, as my grandfather would say.
Yeah.
You know, and
way too big.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the problem.
And I'm assuming even with all of that, you still had you probably negotiated NDAs, but the thing about stuff like this, if
Oh
you
shit!
get subpoenaed, a
Mhm.
subpoena goes over DNAs once you get subpoenaed.
Remember
so that
that?
DNA don't mean nothing.
Remember when he was doing making of the band, and I'm sure people that's in the chat, they know when he did that making of the band, and he tried to have those girls to sign that NDA, and that the one chick, I think her name was Danity Kane,
Oh yeah,
that
the group, Danity
he
Kane.
treated her so bad, they would not sign that. And that group, they did a good thing, and you know, they were smart to not sign it. They did go platinum twice, but him and her had it out.
Yeah, and it's because, you know, a lot of these, I mean, I get a lot of celebrities want to protect themselves from a lot of stuff. However, you know, you also have to think about, like, if you, depending on what it is, you have to ask yourself, why do I need protection from this? What
Right.
am I doing that I need this type of protection from? You know what I mean? Now, it's one thing if you're talking about, like, okay, NDAs, you see me working on new music, if if you're in a session with me, you know, or you're privy to certain deals that I might make, and okay, yeah, I can understand non-disclosure agreement. That's
Right.
what the NDA is for those who don't know. So it is basically, it's a contract that basically says that you cannot disclose anything that you saw or heard while in the company of my business.
Right.
But the thing is that, like, okay, if that's the case, cool. That part of the business side of things, I completely understand. But when you start talking about, like, okay, well, if you're doing cocaine and you know, at parties, if you're doing, you know, you paying prostitutes
Sex workers,
prostitutes and stuff to come in, then you have to ask yourself, like, you're setting yourself up. Yeah, quite frankly.
but you
And
know,
to
he
me,
got
and
that. He
that's
got that girl, that executive, KK, that's getting these workers and bringing them in. They trying to put him up like the Weinstein, how he had the
Jeffrey
Weinstein.
Weinstein. Yeah.
Yep. And so P Diddy got this white lady, they
Yeah.
call her KK, that's going out, that's getting these people for the parties, and they flying them in the private jet now. And I don't know what they telling them folks, but they getting there, and I'm sure the freaky deaky stuff was not brought up initially in the conversation before those folks came to the party.
Oh no, they knew prior to. That's why he went and got them. They have a whole thing, like, so Diddy has a whole code. Like when he's in Miami, when he wants girls, he sends his people in with an exclusive bad boy hat that almost like no one ever has. And that's the signal for them to know that he's in town. So if a person with that hat on approaches him, they already know, like, oh, okay, Diddy want us to come party with him. You know what I'm saying? So they know. Just like when Young Miami and her cousin came to the party for Lil Rod, Diddy sent old girl in the bathroom, you know, to get him off. And, you know, he went to go pee. He turned around. She dropped to her knees and started giving him head. Now,
his big head.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He ain't had a chance to wipe up, you know what I'm saying? Like, she just went to work. And I'm just like, wow, you know, and, you know, but once again, Diddy's always trying to, you know, it's people in power who are always trying to manipulate situations for their benefit.
Yeah.
And they get to live out their wildest fantasies because, you know, they have the means to do it. But they don't understand that a lot of that
wild shit. Because the stuff that they saying that he be doing.
See, my thing is, here's the problem. A lot of stuff people probably would do anyway just because it's Diddy. But see, it gets bad when you start becoming a criminal with it, when you start drugging people, when you start forcing people against their will. That's where I have the fucking problem. And even for this guy, Little Rod, like this, and this comes back to my statement in the beginning. I have no sympathy for this motherfucker. I don't.
I don't either. Because he knew what it was.
You knew what it was, and you stayed around for 13 months.
You stayed around. 13
right, exactly.
That nigga got $200 to $250 to buy some instruments. He was offered one of the mansions in Florida. And then he was offered to be co-producer of that Love album, which didn't that get a Grammy?
Yeah, that's what Diddy promised that he was gonna get a Grammy that year.
He was promised he
was gonna lie. that album banged too. That would made it.
That album banged. It banged.
Bang.
But see, I got questions though, because
Diddy was banging.
one of them sons, the P Diddy is Albie Shores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Texas.
Like,
yeah.
the fuck you got other people's kids living in your home, and they.
Well, that's because he was Albie Shore's son was is through Kim Porter,
right?
And they was dating each other at the time. But yeah, but how you end up
with another son?
Because you making it seem like Albie Shore was just like as dad,
right? And the son don't want nothing to do with Al.
He's left in the house of crazy ass Diddy. You know what I'm saying? But then like you got his son Justin is involved in this. You got you know what I'm saying? And it's just you're starting to look back at like all the artists that he's groomed. Like I said, Usher. Like Usher was one of the ones that he said that Diddy at a young age kind of got him. Like I think it was like 14 or something like that. Was bringing girls around Usher to have sex with him because if you're gonna be singing about love and all this stuff, you need to know what that's about. So you need to experience it.
Like, not with no damn prostitute.
So you gotta live and breathe this.
Yeah, so you gotta be about that life. You know what I mean? But and that's what I'm saying. Like that's the sickening part. The sickening part is the fact that you have you're lacing Deleon tequila, vodka with ecstasy and shit, and you having people pass it around. You're getting people drunk, and people don't remember shit. And you people waking up naked. You doing weird shit like, okay, you gotta stay in the bathroom while I take a shower. Motherfucker, why? Like, what type of shit is you on, my guy?
Right.
But that's why I say that's why I don't have no sympathy for old boy, because you stayed around. You said, oh, he played with your butt and he was grabbing your dick and all that shit. And then you want to go to KK and she's like, oh, that's the Sean being Sean.
Right.
No, I'd have been gone, dog.
And I'm agreeing with what Jay Daniels said, man. They said not everyone was a victim. Many was just volunteers.
Yeah. And
it seems like Little Rod was basically a volunteer. But now he's just looking for a bigger cash grab.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the problem that I have with these weekend, and this is the part that really bothers me. Like, ladies, let me just tell you this.
Go ahead and preach it.
Y'all can get these men who got all the swag, who cute, who whatever the fuck, fuck good. If he doesn't have any fucking morals, if he doesn't stand on any fucking thing, why the fuck are you with them?
That part.
Because
my
thing is this: you got this grown ass man who's making grown ass decisions, and he's watching girls get victimized by this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
People who got the same shit with the R. Kelly shit. Like, I can't stand that. Like, it's one thing. It's like, okay, if you're a grown ass woman, you make that grown ass decision. That's on you, baby girl. But when you know that there's 14, 15, 16-year-old girls who should not be anywhere near this shit, and you as a grown man are witnessing this and you don't say nothing, you a bitch ass nigga.
That part.
Facts.
And you need to be drawn and quartered and thrown in the fucking river.
Yeah, man, you sound like Umar Johnson, man. Give him 60 lashes across the back, man.
I'm sorry, man. It's certain shit that should not be tolerated, especially, and that's what I'm saying. That's the problem with men nowadays. It's like we're not standing up for shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to claim, man, I'm a grown ass man, but when you see fuck shit like this going on, you see women being victimized, and shit beyond their will, and you not saying nothing, and you okay with it, and you keep coming back to the shit
and keep coming back.
You're just as guilty, my guy.
No,
because it's a group.
No, the only thing they standing on bread. They thinking they're gonna get some bread. That's the only thing that they standing on.
And they probably is. So you gonna trade your morals for some money?
No, but some niggas will.
They trade their soul and they whole. That's it.
Can't. Well said.
I can't fucking stand it.
I just can't. And so
I got sisters, so I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like I had, you know, and I've had a situation that happened to my little sister. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna get into her business, but you know what I mean? Like it's shit like that happens all the time, man. And it's like, how do you as a man, you know what I'm saying, you see that shit, you're there, you're witnessing, and you wait however long. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, what's gonna happen to that girl? Like she's still going through the shit every single day, and you're allowing that shit to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn, Gigz, you on fire tonight, buddy. Let's get it. And what about the lawsuit too about the executive chef that he had that she claimed that he would have her to prepare meals during or after the sexcapade.
I didn't get that far down, but like anybody, my thing is anybody that's in that report that has been named, that has been near and participated or whatever, shit, lock them all the fuck up.
Yeah, if you're doing freak offs, if you're doing freak offs with grown people, that's what y'all want to do. Fine. You're a grown ass person. You know what I'm saying? Like we got people in the regular day, like we go to swingers parties and adult shit, and okay, cool. Like that's your lifestyle.
They don't want to do that. That's not exciting. They need little boys and little girls.
I mean, that's where it gets fucking sickening. And that's when
I'm pretty sure this chef did not have a gun. That Diddy did not put a gun to her head and saying, "Cook this shit up. Let's put these drugs in here and feed these motherfuckers."
No, she didn't. No, they didn't. I'm pretty sure they didn't.
Like when you got
the first time she should have, and she had the nerve to tell KK that, you know, she felt like it was a hostile environment, but you stayed long enough to make that money though.
Money, right.
You know what I mean? Like, tell me how that works.
That's why they say, for the love of money is the root of all evil. It's not having money or wanting the money. It's this thing that you love it so much that you're willing to sacrifice your morals and your integrity as a human being or as a man or as a person for shit, just for $1. Like
for $1.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, that's your shortcut. When you could just work hard and figure this shit out, you rather go do on some fuck shit. I just
I mean, because what's the worst Diddy gonna? I mean, what's the worst Diddy gonna do? Fire you?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's it.
He got right.
I get out. You already gave me the bread. You already gave me $250K or whatever to cook this shit up. Now I don't feel like serving it. All right. Shit, you already paid me. I'll gladly walk off.
Shit, I would have laid that shit at the door and knocked and went the other way. Y'all food ready? Charles, your food ready?
Not Charles.
You stupid as hell.
That's what I'm saying. It couldn't
Lucille, come get your plate.
Be us. It couldn't be me.
No, not at all, man.
Hey, it's some freaky motherfucker. I would let them go ahead and freak on. I would have slid that plate like Suge Avery slid. Not Suge. Who was that? Who?
Oh, girl from the Help.
From Color Purple.
Steely.
Steely slid that plate in that room with Suge and ran down the steps.
Man, it's all about. I mean, for me, it's all about protection. Whether it's protection of womanhood, if I'm seeing some foul shit, or just protection of shit. If I say you my nigga or whatever, I'm like, nigga, I ain't about to let me and Gigz be at a party or some shit, man. And I see somebody sprinkling it ain't salt,
right?
Shit,
all we gotta do is go find Gigz or auntie. You don't need nobody else. You know, I'll be like, let me see that ID. Hell no, you still too young. Shit, Gigz needs somebody over 40.
Gigz want 41 and up.
41 and up. But dog, you know they want a payday. You know what? Even some of the allegations that the sex workers put out there that, you know, as far as the porn stars that's been in porn, there's a few lawsuits with them, with Diddy, that too much was too much. Now, you know, they coming into situations, yes, kind of freaky, but it was too freaky.
Yeah, it's too freaky for a porn star.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If it's too freaky for a porn chick, oh god,
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, trust me, like they've seen it all. But even then, that is like, God. But that's what I'm saying, and that's why I feel like that's when it gets too freaky, because you know they're looking at these girls like, wait a minute, you know what I'm saying? Or you want, and Diddy's over here, you know, playing director, like, oh, touch her and do this and do that, and that's how he getting off on all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that motherfucker is a different type of freak, man.
Yeah.
I'm all for the nasty. You know what I'm saying? I'm all, you know what I'm saying? We all grown up. I'm all for the nasty. You know what I'm saying? When you with your person or whatever, you do what you do. But like, come on, man. Like, it's certain things that you gotta have some boundaries. You gotta have some boundaries. Otherwise, you know, the line keeps getting moved further and further back to the point where there is no line. And now people just feel free that it's cool to do anything. And that's how we're in the situation now. What up?
Now I got a question it's a two-part question for both of you guys. The first one, do you think Diddy's going to snitch? I mean, if he gets pressed up, you think he's snitching? You think he's going?
Everybody going down. He telling on everybody.
he taking the whole CMB down.
Yeah. Yeah. So everybody that been at Diddy party, if you did some freaky deaky stuff, y'all need to lawyer up and have receipts.
Well, he got receipts because he got video cameras in every room.
He got video.
No, and other people need to have some receipts.
And then the second question is, after this, who you think is the next? Who you think is the next one that they're going to try to charge? All right, I don't know if to say it's the target or they're going to start looking into
Beyonce and Jay.
I was trying not to say that.
I'm trying not to say it.
Don't shit on my people.
Look, listen. No one wants to, but you got to understand. You got to look at it. You got to look at it from this perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows that the billionaires run the world, right? Mm-hmm. Billionaires are pretty much the people who run the world. So you got to look at it from the perspective of Donald Trump. He got, rated. Diddy got rated. Beyonce and Jay-Z are the next. They got their own island. They got, you know what I'm saying? Like, and quite frankly, Jay-Z considers Diddy like a brother. As much as I love Hov, as much as I'm a Jay-Z fan and I love his music, I love the business moves that he's made. I love the things he's done for the Black community. I love the stuff he's done for prison reform. Jay-Z is one of like the GOATs for me.
Yeah.
But if he is involved in this shit, once again, I don't care. Like, he's a bitch ass nigga because if he has girls, he got Blue, he's got another daughter. Like, you got kids, bro. Like, you can't. You know what I'm saying? So, and Beyonce, if she gets involved in it, like, that's gonna take the whole beehive down.
That's gonna take the damn Black community down.
Yeah.
I ain't the biggest Beyonce fan, so if she goes down, if she dies, she dies.
No,
I mean, not like that.
But then Oprah is also in this shit too, though.
I heard something. Yeah.
Once again, another billionaire. See what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't even think
at the top of that game. You know what I'm saying? When you're at that top, when you're at that level, that's what I'm saying. Like, every level is a new devil. So, like, when you get to that point where you're a billionaire, like, and Diddy and them said it best. I had to give it to him. The more money you make, the more problems you have.
And but somebody just talked about Snoop Dogg. You know, his wife left him 30 times.
Don't think, you know what? To go off of that, I don't think if Snoop tended a party, probably so. But I don't think he'd been one to participate. Maybe he might have just went there, smoked, left. But to go back off of what Gigz said though, I don't even really think it's about. I mean, part of it when you're close to a billionaire, but I'm just thinking that since this is music, hip hop, black culture orientated. I'm looking at this triangle and I just drew it. Let's say I think like the first one was like R. Kelly, then it goes to Diddy, and then it goes to Jay-Z. And I said, and it was something that I saw on YouTube or whatever. You know, like I said, I really don't go into the YouTube conspiracy because it's just so much. But
right,
I'm looking at like how many songs have like Diddy and Kells done did, or how many songs that Kells and Jay-Z did, or how many songs that Jay-Z and Diddy have all did and been in the same circle or something. It's like that's like a crew within itself.
And all the people that's within that triangle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How many people they produce? How many people that they got to come up?
Because Chris Brown was named in kind of named in this shit. Usher was named in this. Meek Mill was named in this. You know, there's been even Cuba Gooding Jr., who's, you know, I forgot,
he that's a freak. I believe that shit.
Radio a freak.
He look like a freak. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know,
crazy. He went to jail for sexual assault. Or been on probation.
Yeah.
So,
anytime a nigga just swinging on air, just to try to get some.
Try to get dog. Yeah, he did that. And he looked like he be sniffing on that white girl.
Yeah, he riding that white horse. You know
he definitely look like he does that.
Yeah, he's sniffing on that white girl. That's all I'm gonna say. Somebody gonna, you know, they gonna talk
that
shit.
booger sugar. But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. It's all throughout Hollywood, and you know, there's a lot of actors and a lot of celebrities that, you know, I mean, let's face it. Back in the day, we would have never thought Whitney Houston would have been on no shit. But then after a while, you did have to admit she did.
What shit she said? Crack is whack. She just laced it up. Cocaine with her.
She had cocaine. That's because she wasn't doing no crack.
She wasn't crack. Yeah, she made too much money for crack.
Yeah, she was doing real cocaine. You know what I'm saying?
She said she want the pure shit.
Right. Well, when you got anybody that's sweating in 30-degree weather, you know something ain't right.
And got a mink in your hair looking like
you
just woke up. Like she ain't even wrap her hair up.
Let her rest in peace. Shit, I'm not talking about the greatest voice of
I mean, the true story. But that's what I'm saying though. It's like there's people that you never would think that will, you know, be involved in stuff. But that's what I'm saying. Like when you get that much power, when you have that much access, and the world opens up to you, you know what I'm saying? It's too much. It's like, man, I have, and people are literally jumping hand to foot to please you.
It's a drug. It's a drug.
That's a drug in and of itself. Like people are addicted to you. It's like, oh, Antonio, can I get you something? Can I carry your stuff for you? I'll pour you water. You know, no, don't worry about, like, you can't do anything by yourself. And it gets to the point where it's just like, okay, well, that becomes your everyday life. Now you walk around with this sense of entitlement. Now you walk around with this air of arrogance. Now you're walking around with like, okay, well, everybody's bowing down to me. I can't be touched because you know what? Everybody loves Diddy. Now you want to keep changing his name. He was Puff Daddy, then he was P Diddy, now he's Diddy, now he's Love.
What the hell? Though? He changed his middle name to Love.
He don't know who he is. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this motherfucker, he been off the rails. And people been trying to tell you that for years. Cat Williams been saying that in his first stand-up in the Pimp Chronicles. When he talked about those Hollywood parties, he was like, you know, you go past a room and you look in, you be like, is that two people? Kiss is one of them, you know, like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Or I'm watching you do, you know, saying that's how it is in Hollywood. Them Grammy parties, the fucking Oscar parties, everybody getting loaded. Yeah, y'all thought Freaknik was bad. Shit.
They doing Freaknik every weekend.
Man, you got one Diddy party. You on the fast track to hell. You got the fast pass like you at Cedar Point.
I ain't gonna lie. I just want to be a fly on the wall. Diddy, invite me to the next party.
You DJ that. You gonna all right, Tony?
Oh, I'll DJ that party. They're about to turn up. Turn up. As long as I'm hosting,
No,
because
you
I
gonna
got
be
to
turned
see
out,
everything.
motherfucker.
And hell no, I'm back against the wall. I'm looking at it.
Why?
I ain't gonna lie. I just might do something strange for a few dollars. Just all depend on what the amount is. I ain't gonna lie. This don't make no.
All right, man.
Gig, $250,000. Shit.
Nope, I'm not selling my whole. I'm sorry.
No,
It's
you
going,
ain't
it's
got-
going
you ain't
back.
gotta
It's
take
going
the
back
whole.
to Jesus the same way it was distributed to you.
Listen, you ain't gotta sell your whole. You just gotta take the plunger and put it in there. Shit, they like that freaky shit. They like, give me that plunger out that bathroom.
Plunger.
Shit. All right, but on the real tip, before we go, we do. I gotta stop laughing because I'm trying to be serious, and we wanted to talk about sex trafficking. This is something that is on the rise, and so I had to look up what sex trafficking is. So it's the recruitment, harboring, transportation, provision, obtaining, patronizing, or soliciting a person for the purpose of commercial sex. And if you see, especially with young people and being around people of power, influence, and money, that's elevating them too much, and pretty much what's coming out their mouth is, I'll do anything. I'll do anything. Those are the individuals that they prey on. Those are the ones that you really need to have a conversation with them. There's plenty of advocacies that are out there. You can Google them. They got local numbers and different things, and you can call that information in. Or even if you, like Gig said, if you one of them bitch ass niggas, and if you have a turnaround heart and you know that your boy is harboring underage females or males in a home for the purpose of commercial sexual act, you need to speak up. Speak up.
Yeah, you gotta speak up on that.
Ladies, ladies, just as a couple, safety tips, especially when it comes to sex trafficking. I know we live in 2024; it's a digital age, but be mindful, like when you're on your phones, especially when you walk. I know you probably heard this a million and one times. When you come out of stores and stuff like that, so be mindful of your surroundings. Get off your phone, put your phone in your purse, your pocket, until you get into the car, lock your doors, and you are in a safe space. Don't park next to cars or vehicles, like especially like white cargo vans.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it seems kind of like silly, but especially if you got kids, because there's been plenty of times where unfortunately, mothers take their children to the grocery store. They got kids. They're trying to put the groceries in the bag. They park next to a cargo van. They open the side of the door. They snatch your kids, snatch you, throw you in the bag, right. And now you're off to Guatemala somewhere. And
definitely watch your surroundings, man. And one thing that I noticed that I see that a lot of people do, and I gotta be cautious of it because I do it sometimes, but I see it with a lot of women. When you go to your home or whatnot, you sit in your car and you on social media, or you talking, and you're not even, like, your back is towards the street, and your back is towards the street. Like, I used to try to stress this to my wife all the time. It's like, especially when we lived in an apartment, just don't pull in, back in. So even if you on your phone or whatever, your head down, you can still take a glimpse and see someone walking in front.
Right.
You can't see nothing if someone's behind you.
Right.
Now, I usually pull in or whatever, but if I pull in or whatever, and if I'm sitting on the phone, I'm still looking around. Or whatever. But I noticed that when it comes to women, they don't. They'll pull in, just sit on the phone or whatever. I mean, it could be your private time to unwind or whatnot or whatever your conversation is. I don't care. I really don't want to hear it.
Right.
So it don't matter to me, but it's your safety.
Yeah.
Or whatnot.
For sure.
And it don't matter if your apartment or subdivision, if it has a gate or one of those little things, that the little barriers that go up and down. People go through that all the time, especially if it don't go all the way down and you can get under it and it goes right back up, or the gate closes, you get just enough and it open back up. Once somebody in, they in. It don't matter. Don't matter how they got in or whatnot.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man, there's a lot that goes on in safety. We can probably talk about that on a whole other day, different day. But yeah, man, just be aware, just be cognizant of watch people's body language as they walk up to you. Make sure you pay attention to who you're. This is another big thing, especially parents, especially parents who have kids who love to play games online, like on PlayStation and Xbox. You got a lot of sex trafficking going on those sites. So when kids are playing like video, like Call of Duty, and they playing all these different games, and they don't know who they're playing against online. A lot of times they're playing against grown people, and they're having these conversations with folks. Yeah, so you need to be very cognizant and talk to your kids about, who you're talking to when they're online with these people, because like I said, you just get a screen name and you don't know who they're talking to. They're like, oh, okay, well, you know what? Let's meet up over here and let's play some game. I got a new game I want to play, and but I can only bring it here. So if you want to play this, meet me here.
You got it. Yeah,
and next thing you know, now you got kids trying to wander and sneak off to try to go play this game. So be very mindful and be very careful on how we're living in a sick ass world.
Very sick.
And you know what I'm saying? So I want everybody to be safe. I want everybody to be whole. So yeah, that's my whole piece.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to wrap this show up. We appreciate you as always for tuning in with us weekly on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. You can do a big favor for us when you support the show by sharing, hitting that like and subscribe button. Let your friends know. Send them the link and let them know where we at. Same time, same place, Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Shout out to the House of Sing. You guys are great. We love you there. Y'all, as always, keeping the day going by real good and slow and easy. Not really slow. It should be fast, because that should still be funny in those chats. Y'all be reading those?
Yeah. I'm reading every now and then. Yeah.
The post keeps me alive. All right, you guys, y'all have a good night. Peace, love, and hair grease.
Absolutely. Good night, everybody.